This is the Dive Into Discovery podcast, where curiosity meets insight, and every conversation uncovers a new layer of understanding.
Welcome to today's Dive Into Discovery. We're your hosts, Theo and Alex. And this month, as we celebrate Black History Month, I thought, it would be incredible to dive into the life of someone who really embodies that spirit of breaking barriers. Dr. Bernard Harris Jr., the first African-American to conduct a spacewalk.
Yeah, his story's so much more than just that one accomplishment, though. What's fascinating is how his journey, intertwines medicine, space exploration, and a deep commitment to empowering future generations.
Okay, so let's rewind back to the beginning. He was born in 1956, and his early life was, well, a bit of a whirlwind, with his family moving between Arizona and New Mexico and finally settling in Texas.
Oh, yeah. You can imagine how being exposed to such diverse environments early on might shape someone's worldview. It certainly seems to have instilled a sense of adaptability in Dr. Harris, which, is essential for an astronaut.
Absolutely. But I think the real turning point was 1969, the Apollo 11 moon landing. I can't even imagine witnessing that as a kid.
It was a pivotal moment for so many. For Dr. Harris, it ignited a lifelong fascination with space. Interestingly, though, he's also cited Dr. Leonard Bones McCoy from Star Trek as a major influence.
Wait, Bones from Star Trek. That's amazing. It really highlights the power of representation, even in fictional characters.
Makes you wonder how many budding scientists and explorers were inspired by seeing, someone like themselves on that spaceship bridge.
For sure. So did he just set his sights on NASA right then and there?
Not quite. His path was anything but linear. First, he earned a biology degree from the University of Houston, where he was already deep into research on glucose metabolism.
Wow, so his scientific curiosity was piqued early on.
Absolutely. And then he went on to earn his medical degree from Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center in 1982, followed by a residency at the prestigious Mayo Clinic.
He didn't stop there, did he?
Not even close. He also trained at NASA's Johnson Space Center, specializing in aerospace medicine. So he was bringing this incredible combination of medical expertise and a passion for space to the table.
That's such a unique perspective. He wasn't just an astronaut. He was a physician with a deep understanding of how space affects the human body.
Exactly, and this multifaceted background really set him apart. It wasn't until 1990 that he was finally selected as an astronaut candidate.
I bet that was a huge moment for him.
It was, but even then, he had to go through 2 years of rigorous training, learning everything from, space shuttle operations to zero-gravity simulations and survival skills. Talk about intense.
So when did he finally get to experience space for himself?
His first mission was in 1993 aboard the Space Shuttle Columbia, designated STS-55. He was part of a team conducting a series of experiments in microgravity, a state of near weightlessness.
Hold on, they did how many experiments?
88.
88. That's mind-blowing. What kind of research were they doing?
They were focused on understanding how the human body reacts to being in space for extended periods. This included everything from studying bone density loss to changes in cardiovascular function.
So crucial for figuring out how to make long-duration space flights safer and more sustainable, right?
Absolutely. It was groundbreaking research that paved the way for future missions to the International Space Station and beyond.
Okay, so that was his first mission. But it's his second mission that really made history, right?
You're right. That was in 1995 aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery for mission STS-63. And on February 9th of that year, Dr. Harris became the first African-American to perform a spacewalk.
It must have been an incredible feeling, stepping out of that airlock and into the vastness of space. What was he doing out there?
He was testing new spacesuit technology, specifically a crucial element called the thermal micrometeoroid garment, designed to protect astronauts from, extreme temperatures and tiny high-speed particles.
So more than just a symbolic achievement, it had a very real purpose.
Exactly. This research was essential for developing safer spacesuits for future missions, especially with the long-term goal of sending humans to Mars.
It's remarkable how each mission builds upon the knowledge gained from previous ones, pushing the boundaries of what's possible a little bit further each time.
And Dr. Harris was right at the forefront of that progress. He was also the first African-American to pilot a spacecraft during a rendezvous with another spacecraft, in this case, the Russian space station Mir.
Wait, really? That's incredible. What was the objective of that rendezvous?
It was a test run for future collaborations in space, particularly the construction and operation of the International Space Station, which, as we know, has become a symbol of international cooperation in space exploration.
It's amazing to think about how those early missions laid the groundwork for the incredible advancements we see in space exploration today. But it sounds like his impact extends far beyond his time at NASA.
You're absolutely right. Even after leaving NASA in 1996, he continued to push the boundaries of both space and medicine. He partnered with SpaceHab, a company developing space research modules for NASA, helping to bridge the gap between government agencies and private innovation in the space sector.
So bringing private companies into the fold of space exploration, that's fascinating.
And in 2001, he founded Vesalius Ventures, a venture capital firm dedicated to supporting cutting-edge medical technology.
It's almost like his mission shifted from exploring the cosmos to exploring the frontiers of medicine.
You could say that. He was and still is driven by this incredible desire to improve lives, both on this planet and beyond.
And his commitment to education is truly inspiring. He founded the Harris Foundation in 1998, right? Tell me more about that.
The Harris Foundation is a nonprofit organization, laser focused on increasing access to STEM education, particularly for underrepresented communities.
Which is so crucial. We need diverse voices and perspectives in these fields to drive innovation and progress.
Exactly. And that's something Dr. Harris deeply believes in. One of the Foundation's most well-known programs is the Bernard Harris Summer Science Camp, where he's personally involved in providing hands-on STEM experiences for middle school students.
Wow, that's fantastic. It must be incredibly rewarding to see firsthand the impact he's having on those young minds.
It is. And it's not just about teaching them, science and technology. It's about fostering a love of learning, encouraging them to ask questions, and showing them that they have the potential to achieve anything they set their minds to.
It sounds like he's not just imparting knowledge, but also inspiring a whole new generation of scientists, engineers, and explorers.
He's a true role model, proving that with hard work, dedication, and a belief in yourself, you can break barriers and achieve extraordinary things.
And his work hasn't gone unnoticed. He received the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award in 2024, which is a testament to his unwavering commitment to STEM education.
And just this past May, he was inducted into the U.S. Astronaut Hall of Fame, solidifying his place among the legends of space exploration.
But he's not one to rest on his laurels, is he?
Not at all. He's still very much involved in shaping the future of space exploration. He's a vocal advocate for greater diversity and inclusion in STEM fields, pushing for more representation of Black astronauts and, more inclusive leadership in these areas.
So not just breaking barriers himself, but also working to clear the path for others to follow in his footsteps.
Precisely. And he's not stopping there. He's also advising companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin on their commercial spaceflight and space tourism initiatives.
It's incredible how he's constantly looking ahead, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. What's he focusing on these days?
He's got his sights set on some ambitious goals, like advocating for research to enable humanity's first mission to Mars. And he's been a strong proponent of developing AI-driven healthcare solutions for space travelers.
It's like he embodies this spirit of exploration in every aspect of his life. It's really inspiring.
It is. His story reminds us that achieving the impossible often starts with a single spark of inspiration and the unwavering determination to pursue a dream, no matter how audacious it may seem.
That's so true. And as he himself has said, space travel is not just for astronauts, it's for all of us.
His life and work really underscore the importance of ensuring everyone has the opportunity to contribute to the future of science and exploration, regardless of their background.
It's a powerful message. So reflecting on Dr. Harris's journey, what stands out to you as the most significant takeaway?
For me, it's the profound impact of representation. Seeing someone who looks like you achieving incredible things can spark a belief in your own potential that nothing else can, and that belief can change the course of your life.
I completely agree. It's a reminder that we need to continue pushing for greater diversity and inclusion in all fields so that everyone has the chance to reach for the stars.
And it's not just about, inspiring the next generation of astronauts. It's about fostering a more diverse and inclusive STEM workforce across the board. Scientists, engineers, doctors, you name it.
Because innovation truly thrives on diverse perspectives. Right?
Absolutely. When you bring people from different backgrounds and experiences together, you get a richer pool of ideas, approaches, and solutions.
Dr. Harris's work with the Harris Foundation really embodies that, wouldn't you say?
It does. He's not just talking about the importance of diversity. He's taking, concrete steps to make a difference. And it's amazing to see the impact those programs are having. I was reading about the Bernard Harris Summer Science Camp, and it's clear that he's personally invested in creating these incredible learning experiences for young people.
I bet it's incredibly rewarding for him to see those students light up with excitement as they engage in, hands-on experiments and explore different STEM fields.
Absolutely. And it's not just about imparting knowledge. It's about fostering a sense of wonder and possibility, showing these young people that they too can be pioneers in science and technology.
It sounds like he's igniting that same spark of inspiration that he felt when he watched the Apollo 11 moon landing as a kid.
Exactly. And that's particularly important for students from backgrounds that are traditionally underrepresented in STEM fields. Dr. Harris is a living example of what's possible when you combine passion, hard work, and a belief in yourself.
It's a powerful message that your circumstances don't have to dictate your destiny.
It's about breaking those barriers and creating opportunities for everyone to reach their full potential. And it's inspiring to see how he's using his platform to champion those efforts on a broader scale. He's become a leading voice in advocating for policy changes and systemic reforms to create a more equitable playing field in STEM.
That takes a lot of courage and conviction. Not everyone is willing to speak out and challenge the status quo.
He's not afraid to use his voice to fight for what he believes in, and his impact extends beyond, just education and advocacy. He's also been a key player in the burgeoning field of commercial spaceflight.
Right. I was fascinated to learn that he's been advising companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin, which are really pushing the boundaries of space travel as we know it.
He's got this incredible vision for the future where space travel is accessible to more people and plays a vital role in advancing scientific research, technological innovation, and even addressing some of the challenges facing humanity here on Earth.
I remember reading a quote where he talked about how space exploration can inspire us to solve problems collaboratively and think beyond our earthly limitations.
He believes it can foster a sense of unity and shared purpose, reminding us that we're all part of something much larger than ourselves.
It's a beautiful perspective. And it seems like he's always looking ahead, pushing for that next big breakthrough. What are some of the specific projects he's been involved with lately?
Well, one of his biggest passions is advocating for research that will enable us to send humans to Mars. It's a dream that has captured the imagination of humanity for generations, and Dr. Harris is actively working to make it a reality.
That's incredible. It would be a defining moment in human history, wouldn't it?
It would, and it would require incredible ingenuity, collaboration, and perseverance. But Dr. Harris believes it's an achievable goal, and his unwavering optimism is, contagious.
I love that he's not afraid to dream big. It's something we could all use a little more of, don't you think?
Absolutely. He's living proof that we shouldn't limit ourselves to what seems possible today, but should always strive to push beyond those boundaries and imagine what could be.
And it's not just about reaching Mars, right? He's also been working on some pretty innovative ideas for space travel in general.
He has. One area he's been particularly focused on is developing AI-driven healthcare solutions for space travelers. It's a critical consideration as we embark on longer and more complex missions, and Dr. Harris is leading the charge in exploring how technology can help us overcome the challenges of keeping astronauts healthy and safe in the, unforgiving environment of space.
It sounds like a perfect marriage of his two passions, medicine and space exploration. It's amazing to see how he's constantly finding ways to combine those two fields to create positive change.
And that's what truly sets him apart. He's not just an astronaut, a doctor, or an advocate. He's a true visionary who sees the interconnectedness of all these different disciplines and is constantly seeking innovative ways to, bridge those gaps for the betterment of humanity.
It makes you wonder what he'll take on next. What do you think his legacy will be?
I think it's already unfolding before our eyes. His impact is far-reaching, from inspiring countless young people to pursue STEM careers to pushing the boundaries of space exploration and advancing medical innovation. But perhaps his most enduring legacy will be his unwavering belief in the power of human potential.
The belief that we can achieve anything we set our minds to if we dare to dream big and work hard to make those dreams a reality.
Exactly. And that's a message that transcends generations, cultures, and even planets.
It's a message that reminds us that while Dr. Harris was the first African-American to conduct a spacewalk, he certainly won't be the last. His story is a testament to the progress we've made, but it also serves as a powerful reminder that there's still work to be done.
We need to continue pushing for greater diversity and inclusion, breaking down those barriers that prevent people from realizing their full potential. We need to ensure that the next generation of explorers, scientists, and innovators reflects the full spectrum of human talent and ingenuity.
Because when we create opportunities for everyone to thrive, we all benefit. We unlock a world of possibilities that we might never have imagined otherwise.
And that's the true legacy of Dr. Bernard Harris Jr., a legacy of inspiration, empowerment, and boundless potential.
It's amazing how his story intertwines so many important threads: science, exploration, social justice, and this profound belief in the human spirit.
And it all comes back to that spark of inspiration he felt watching, the Apollo 11 moon landing. It ignited a passion that ultimately shaped the trajectory of his life. Makes you wonder, what seemingly small event might spark a similar journey in someone listening right now?
Right. What image, what story, what conversation might plant that seed, for the next generation of change makers and pioneers?
And that's what's so powerful about sharing these stories, especially during, Black History Month. It's a reminder that these aren't just historical figures. They're living, breathing examples of what's possible, what's been achieved, and, what's yet to come.
It's about celebrating those achievements, acknowledging the struggles, and recognizing that the fight for equality and opportunity continues.
Absolutely. And Dr. Harris's story is a call to action, I think, for all of us. It challenges us to think about how we can contribute to creating a more just and equitable world, a world where everyone has the chance to reach their full potential.
He's shown us that mentorship, education, and access to opportunities are so crucial. And he's also demonstrated the power of perseverance, of never giving up on your dreams, even when faced with obstacles.
It's about pushing past those, limitations, those voices that say you can't do that, and proving them wrong.
And his story reminds us that exploration isn't just about rockets and spaceships. It's about pushing the boundaries of human potential, expanding our understanding of ourselves and the universe around us.
It's about curiosity, innovation, and that inherent desire to discover what lies beyond the horizon, whether that's, a distant planet or a groundbreaking scientific discovery.
It's that spirit of exploration that unites us, that transcends boundaries and differences.
And Dr. Harris embodies that spirit in everything he does. He's a shining example of what it means to live a life of purpose, passion, and impact.
So as we conclude our deep dive into the remarkable journey of Dr. Bernard Harris Jr., what's the one thought you'd like to leave our listeners with today?
I'd simply say this. Remember, the sky is not the limit when there are footprints on the moon. Dr. Harris has shown us what's possible. Now it's up to each of us to find our own path, to make our own mark on the world.
And remember, you don't have to be an astronaut to reach for the stars. Whether you're a student, an educator, an entrepreneur, or simply someone with a dream, you have the power within you to achieve great things.
Dream big, work hard, and never stop exploring.
What did you think of this week's episode? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to join us next time as we dive even deeper. And as always, stay curious, because you never know what discoveries are just around the corner.